It's a Red Deer icon, the Horton water spheroid, or better known as the Green Onion. And it's one of many historic spots in our city with a sign showing a glimpse of the past.
We had put in about 30 signs in the 1980s, and we've replaced those over the last 2 or 3 years. And together with replacing those and the new ones we've just put in, we've now got 62 new signs in place.
For example, the Brumpton store, built by Robert Brumpton, was a general store, and it also had a very unique feature.
He actually installed the first public washroom for women, which was just really great because I guess he knew who did all the spending in those days.
Just around the corner where the BMO Bank stands now was the Gates Cornet Drug and Bookstore, built by one of Leonard Gates' sons.
They were both pharmacists. Mr. Gates went on to teach at the U of A. It's just, again, it was another beautiful building. It had, for a long time, the only bookstore in town.
Right at the corner of Little Gates and Ross Street are two buildings, the Horsley Block, and just a bit to the north, the Rawlis Block, two of the first buildings to go up when Red Deer moved to that site.
John Birch had built there the stables and barracks for the Northwest Mounted Police, and he also built a general store for himself, and he was very civically minded. He actually allowed the people in this new community to put their first schoolroom in the top of his store.
Another icon in this city is the old courthouse built in 1931 and the site of the last trial where a man was hanged.
If you can make an appointment with the owner and ask them to let you onto the top floor, the original courthouse is still there with the benches for the jury, the accused, the judge's desk, the floor panels, the tiles on the floor. It is absolutely spectacular.
The Clark House on 56th Street is one of many historical homes in Red Deer. It sits on property which was owned by the Gates family and is still occupied today.
That was one of the houses that Reverend Gates and his wife Carolyn had built for their daughters and son-in-laws as they got married.
The signs give a sense of community and maybe might inspire some people to do a little research on these landmarks.
We've taken a few heritage tours in the last few weeks up and down, and I've had people that have lived here their whole lives tell me that it was just neat to go and look at the signs because it reminded them of things even they'd forgotten.
For Go Central, I'm Jim Claggett.